As a filmmaker who usually works with small crews and on fast turnaround broadcast projects, I often don't have time to set up multiple lights or even plan my lighting setup. However, I also want my videos to look the best they possibly can, and to achieve this I often augment my light. And this lighting technique is exactly what we're going to talk about in today's video. Hello everybody and welcome to the video. My name is George, and if you're new around here, I'm a full-time filmmaker who loves to make these YouTube videos in my spare time. As you can see from this new setup, I have moved, and that explains why the channel has been a little bit quiet recently. However, I'm now settled in and more videos are to come. Now, we've spoken about elements of light augmentation on this channel before, whether that's using a reflector outside or using a window as a key light. However, that is just the tip of the iceberg. Now, to augment light means to change the way it looks, and you can do this in a number of ways, from closing curtains, turning off lights, adding your own lights. The benefits of looking out for these things and learning to augment light is a way you can add shape and texture to your shot when you don't have maximum control for lighting. Here's a quick test to demonstrate how much this technique can have an impact on your shots. What I'm going to do here is just simply sit down and change the shutters around me. Here you can see how just by changing the position of the shutters has a huge impact on the way the shot looks and feels. Here's an example from a recent shoot I was on. I was filming with a baker at his shop, and I didn't have any time to location scout before, and we only had a limited time to shoot with him. The first thing I noticed when going in there was it was a really small space. It only had ceiling lights, which are great for everyday use, but they generally don't look very good in video. The first thing I did was notice the window in the top of the room. This can be considered the motivation for the light source. Now, what I did here was hide my key light around the corner, which was an Amaran P60C, to mimic that window light. Now, in order to create a nice color contrast, I used my Aperture MC with a warm tone to create a nice look. This is a prime example of how you have to use your surroundings and augment the light to make it look believable, cinematic, and much nicer than it would be as if you were just to turn up and put your camera on roll. The best thing about this technique is that it's so simple. It doesn't cost anything, and in every situation there's almost always a way that you can augment the light to make the image look better. These little tricks and changes might seem small, but they do make a big difference to your overall cinematography. And because they're so simple, they're almost always overlooked. That's it for today's video, guys. I have a few new videos in the pipeline, so keep an eye out for that. But thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.